All right, we're live. Rover Sports here. Got my good buddy Wes. He's in the house. He's in the podcast. I actually wrote down a couple of notes, Wes, but I was just curious. We're gonna bounce all around here, some topics, how we've been surviving the quarantine, how we've been doing. Have you listened to podcasts lately?
I have. Today I was listening to the 2002 NBA redraft with Simmons, House, and Chris Ryan.
Okay.
It was Yao Ming, Jay Williams, Nene, Caron Butler.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Some podcasts, listen to some Part of My Take. I'm into the Mount Flushmore stuff.
Yeah, like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, like that stuff. It's hard. It's kind of hard to listen. I sort of have to be doing stuff to listen to podcasts, and I'm not doing a lot right now. So,
but the key is, I think the key is walking. Today I went for a drive, and I even listened to like some rock and roll, like Linkin Park, or like you ever listen to Rage Against the Machine?
Never actually, but yeah, I've been going on a lot of walks.
But if you go on the drives, yeah, you've been going on the walks. Now, are you biking or you're just walking?
No, I've been running and walking. So, yeah, I don't have a bike. Just trying to get, trying to stay in somewhat shape, and
yeah, you're doing a hell of a job.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just what else am I doing? I'm currently in season 5 of Lost.
Oh wow! Now, did you just start this show? And the good news is I'm getting Gabe involved, but
it's my first time.
So you've watched it 3 times?
No, I've never watched it.
Oh, and now, like, I'll be honest with you, Wes. I watched Castaway with Tom Hanks. And it's kind of like Lost, and I was kind of bored. So is Lost not boring?
I mean, no. It's considering I have watched 2 seasons in about the last 2 seasons I've watched in about 3 days, or 3 or 4 days. I would say no.
Interesting.
It's getting a little absurd these last 2 seasons. Like at this point, I just got to get it the fuck done.
Is it like Lord of the? Is it like it's okay? You can curse on the show. Is it like Lord of the Flies? Like they're all on like a plane crashes. They're on an island.
Plane crash on an island, and some time travel involved. I'm sort of at the point in the show where I have no idea what's going on. So I don't even think at this point I'm just gonna have to get it done.
Are the guys cool?
Oh yeah, great cast of characters for sure.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Like some of them are Americans, they're country, they're pretty cool guys.
Yeah, you got Matthew Fox. Obviously he is Lost. He's Jack. Yeah, it's a good cast. It's a good show. Like after I finish this, I haven't actually watched Tiger King yet, but I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll get to that.
I think it's just a 7-part show.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
It's humorous. You have to watch it so you can know like what everybody's talking about, in the country.
I'll get around to it.
So we got top streams. We got Chris Senior. Chris Senior's like this Chargers fan who's on our show. He actually lives out in LA. He's like maybe 14 years old. He's a great 2K player, but he's a guy that he just has great confidence for his age. He's gonna go far in his life. We got Little Yankee King here, and Little Yankee King is a guy named Justin. He plays MLB The Show, but also the thing is, Wes, about Justin, he wants the Giants to trade Saquon Barkley for like a whole batch of offensive linemen.
Wow. Yeah, NFL draft coming up, so maybe they'll
I don't think they're trading Saquon.
No, I haven't heard anything of Saquon getting traded. But
what do you think about the biggest storylines of the draft to you, kind of as like a big picture NFL guy? And $5 donation off the bat from Top Streams. Thanks so much for listening, man.
I think the biggest question mark, I guess, is Tua. Because actually I was listening to Peter Schrager today on Colin Cowherd's show, who was saying that Tua might actually drop because he hasn't been able to really work out in front of teams. So he can't actually prove if he's healthy or not. So he wouldn't be surprised if he drops. But I mean, I think he's the biggest storyline to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge college guy, but I've been getting caught up lately, and I just think that he's sort of a make it or break it kind of guy. And he could be a guy that, if you're the Dolphins, like, what else do you got going for you? You can't play Ryan Fitzpatrick forever, As much as
and Tannehill was so average. It's been such a boring team. The Miami
they got to get some juice.
Got to get juice, and the Dolphins even the Titans signing Tannehill, I thought was a massive mistake.
I mean, I don't really know if it was a mistake, but it was like, what were they going to do? Like, he just got into the AFC Championship game. They were a half away from winning.
You got to sign Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, obviously that didn't happen. So,
it could have happened. They didn't want him. They didn't want Tom Brady.
Wow, I'm getting a FaceTime
from Biss.
There he is.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you talking to?
Yo, it's Brendan.
I'm on
What are we looking at?
DK.
I'm on
Foreman as well.
Rover Sports.
Wes, you're not doing a good job of showing us.
Hold on. How about now?
Are they gonna have to come on?
Rover Sports.
Is that Foreman?
It's Foreman and Brendan.
Wow. That is amazing.
Are we live?
We're live.
Yep, you guys are on.
Love it. What? Do you want to ask us any questions?
Why do you hop on?
Yeah, I have to. It's so funny. I didn't prepare, but I'm going to ask you. So Brendan, you listened to that epic podcast with Wes and I, the Ping Pong Championship podcast. I mean, what were your feelings, man? Were you jealous I didn't ask you first, or what?
So not at all, Spencer. I'm glad that you brought back up our ping pong memories. Back in high school, back in those days, I really was the champ, and I don't think you stressed it enough. Wesley had a good run, but that's after I left.
Well, actually, I got one while you were there, so.
Well,
exactly.
I had a very small meltdown in that, but I was the first champion. I won the tourney.
Yeah, well, the truth is I have 2 and he has 1, so
Right, and he lost in the first round.
Pretty sure the first.
And you would have 2 if Kennedy didn't kick you out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. How long has that tournament been going on?
A long time.
20 years.
I'm confused how I didn't. Did I not join it the first 3 years?
I just don't think you were delivering.
I don't know. I don't think. I feel like freshman and sophomore year it wasn't going on, or maybe I just didn't join. But anyway, Spencer.
Yeah.
It feels good. Lately, we've been on a 2K kick.
Yeah, you want to join? You want to join the stream on your computer?
Yeah, Foreman and I were about to start a my league and wanted to see if you. Yeah, we're ready to start.
Oh, I would love to. I would love
with 2K.
Yeah,
now you guys are going to ditch me on Rover, but I would understand. I would understand.
No, I'm not ditching you at all.
I'm actually not sure how many.
Actually, we can even announce the freaking draft on the show.
Oh yeah, Spencer can announce the draft. Brendan, hop on the stream so
Bobby Woodruff in the house. And what do you got? What is it again? Xbox One?
Spencer, email Brendan.
Okay. Is it Xbox One?
Yeah. Brendan Kaminsky at gmail.com.
Oh my God. And now everybody's going to email that.
I think Foreman and I want to play.
I'm down to join a league. But hop on the stream.
Hop on the stream. How about like 15 more minutes on the stream? Or you So Wes, should we do like 10 minutes on the stream and then you'll do the 2K draft?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, because I don't know if BK and Foreman. That should be fun on Xbox there. I might have to announce some games on the channel.
For sure. I'm not in a rush to leave right now, but I think it'd be nice to get Brendan in here. I guess what it sounded like that he was still sort of in denial on ping pong, but
Yeah, we got him there. So point is that we had Brendan, and also you had Foreman there, your esteemed colleague of the intramural basketball champions.
I mean,
Temple, right?
I mean, we were never champions, unfortunately, but it was
get out! I think BK's coming in.
Oh, wow!
Yes, we got him. We got the man.
How we doing?
We're chilling. I'm not chilling as much as you. I wish I was. Look at that. That looks comfortable.
Yeah, I'm laying down. Yep, I'm in my bed right now. Feeling great.
The city. So Wes has been watching Lost. I've been watching Better Call Saul actually. What have you been watching lately?
So I watched this show on Netflix called The Stranger. I don't know if you've heard of it. And I also watched it's called Unbelievable.
Wow.
Lately I've just been about these crime mystery thrillers. I've really gotten down a deep road onto Netflix, just watching these kind of scary films or just thrillers. The show Unbelievable was about this kid that claims she was raped, and then about a serial rapist and them trying to catch this serial rapist. It was pretty dark.
This is true? Based on true?
True story, yep.
Yep.
Damn.
And,
really good. Yeah, it's quite dark.
You're really getting into that because during these times, it's just so weird, Brendan, how we can't it's just weird how we can't play golf or do anything again,
Yeah, can't even play tennis. That's been the hardest part for me is I don't really miss watching the NBA right now as much as I can't play basketball myself.
Yeah. No, I kind of understand that, but it's just hard. There's no content or news out, which is really frustrating.
I've been okay with no sports right now, but if this rolls into September and there's no NFL, then it's okay.
But you can't even. I don't know if there's no
If there's no NFL,
trust me, Wes, it's going to be hard next month in May. I really.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. But I'm saying I think the NFL would really be the tipping point.
Then Brendan, I don't know what we're gonna do, but golf should definitely happen, and it's tough if you gamble on these sports, but I think golf should happen.
Golf apparently is trying to happen in June, right?
Yeah, Brendan, what are you hearing out there?
Well, I don't have any golf contacts, so I'm not really sure. Overall, I don't have much intel about the situation. It sounds like the NBA, as the days go on, it sounds like the chances are dwindling that there's going to be a season or a closeout to this year's season.
Because then they're going to have to start it in September. But then with the NBA, I guess then Kawhi, LeBron, all these guys will just run it back next year.
Yeah, it's weird. It was
the most interesting part is the fact that the Clippers get screwed the most out of
because also it's
because they can leave.
Yeah, all of a sudden, just like that.
Also, it's Sixers. They'll probably just run it back again.
Brett, there's no way Brett's going anywhere.
Can't fire anyone during coronavirus.
Except for Gar Foreman.
Yeah, that's right. Except he can get fired.
Yeah, now you're bringing a good guy there, the Chicago Bulls GM.
Oh, yeah.
And you just look at that roster. I think eventually with Levine, you probably got to maybe try to move on from him. I don't know. That roster's a weird roster, isn't it?
I don't really think the roster's any good, to be honest with you. I'm not in love with it. I just think that they finally hired someone new for the first time in 20 years. So it's kind of hard not to be excited.
It is exciting. And I hear that the son is the guy pulling the strings, the owner's son there.
Michael Reinsdorf.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It's exciting. I mean, obviously one of the goals is, Nikola Jokic is a free agent in about a year or two. So this guy came from the Nuggets. Maybe he can pull some strings and bring him to Chicago.
Yeah, Brendan did. So the thing we were talking about Kawhi, I think Kawhi would be so funny if they went to the Thunder, Kawhi and Paul George. Like they get every trade asset and then they go back to OKC. What do you think of that?
Both of them go back to OKC.
Yeah.
It's a crazy theory. It would be fun. I don't see Kawhi going to OKC. And I'm not really sure why the two of them would choose that as the best.
Why would he go to OKC?
Because they have Shea Gilgeous and all the draft picks.
Yeah, sure, but nobody really wants to be in OKC. I feel like if you're Kawhi Leonard, you wanted to spread your wings and go to a big city. It seems like he really loves LA.
Yeah, he's going to be staying there. I'm pretty sure.
As far as Paul, I mean, who knows if the team falls apart, maybe Paul George would leave, but I don't know why he'd go to OKC. They're in rebuilding mode, and Russell Westbrook's not there anymore, so
maybe the Heat. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the Heat or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe the Heat.
The Heat are always an option. But
transitioning a little bit to the Corona, my friend who lives in Florida was telling me that they extended the stay-at-home restriction for another 30 days. I don't know if anyone heard about that, but he was just in Florida, so I didn't know that states could individually do that. I suppose they can, but it makes me think that that's going to happen a little more widespread.
Oh yeah, this isn't ending anytime soon.
I think that I think that's kind of how it should be, because in Nebraska they might want to open it up, or in Montana in May.
Yeah.
And the problem is, Brendan, like eventually the work you're going to have to try to get back to work, or else the economy, or else jobs, or it might be I don't know. It just might be so far gone. You can't let the economy just completely die.
Yeah, I know. What about you, Spencer? How have you been spending your time?
Well, my sleep cycle's been very poor, Brendan. My sleep cycle's usually been terrible.
Tell us about it.
So what I've been doing is, watching the shows on Netflix is probably the highlight. Today I just drove in my car, and I usually like listening to podcasts. So I was telling Wes I'll listen to Bill Simmons and Russillo, or I'll listen to Stephen A, or I'll listen to, sports podcasts in the car. But I also will jam out to like Linkin Park. I'll listen to rock music, just drive around. You know where I go, Brendan? I go to Edgemont, out there by the movie theater.
Yeah.
Paul Debutante.
Paul
Debutante. He wants to play ping pong one time a year. Paulie.
Is he watching the stream?
I don't know. We got to get him in, or we got or BK. What about Johnny Vaz? Like, what's that guy doing right now?
I don't know. I think you'd know best out of the three of us.
But Brendan, what's funny is that this coronavirus has brought me closer to Sutton, though. It's really brought me closer.
So, speaking of Johnny Vaz, how about that video that showed up 4 years ago from the Lewis Bar Mitzvah, Spence?
Amazing.
You got all the big hitters. You got Vaz, you got Dr. Bruce, you got Steve Lewis. I'm Larry Lederer in there.
Springsteen's playing.
There's just nothing better.
Yeah, I can't wait for that day, like a wedding day, and we can all just have that moment.
Who's next?
Yeah. I don't know. Or have a college graduation, Brendan, like when I get out.
And we get that back room at Aldar.
BK, yeah. With Waleed. Exactly. Oh, it's so funny. I love doing the show here. So you're kicking it where, in New York right now?
I'm in New York, man. I'm in New York.
Wow, you're battling.
Yeah, who's Lil Yankeeing on the chat?
You want to have him on the show, Brendan?
No, I'm not saying I want to have him on the show. I'm just, what a crazy comment he just made.
Yeah, I led by that he wants to trade Saquon Barkley because he thinks that the Giants O-line is so awful. He also thinks paying running backs is a terrible idea, like Todd Gurley.
How do
He's an imbecile.
How do I see the comments?
A lot of people are so out on little Yankee King. They think that it's a ridiculous comment to trade Saquon, and Saquon's like the only guy kind of keeping the Giants afloat. But what do you think, Brendan, about Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones? What do you think about him?
I think he's a great player and has shut down some of the haters, and I'm excited to see him blossom into a young star for the New York Giants.
Amen. We were live at the draft last year, Brendan, and that the Giants fans were killing everything about Jones.
Yeah, the New York fans kill everyone. But hey, it's been an absolute pleasure to join you, guys, Mr. Rover.
Yeah.
To all the fans watching, it's been great, and enjoy the rest of your night.
I want to thank you. I hope I entertained you, Bren, and
you always do.
One trophy, you know.
I got to hear about this 2K draft.
All right, guys.
I got to get an X. What a job. Let's clap it up. What a freaking job.
A heat check.
What do you think of Brendan?
I mean, you know, my brother, so, you know, I think he was solid, you know. He was
fantastic.
He was ready to hop on 2K, and
yeah. So Wes, I'm going to tell you this, man. I love listening to Trent Dilfer. He's one of the best interviews I think out there.
Yeah, he's good.
Don't you think Dilfer's like really compelling on this stuff, like on the quarterbacks and the draft?
Yeah, I mean, he's been working out with Tua, and yeah, he was raving about him yesterday, I believe, on the Cowherd show.
Yeah, and then today you had Schrager. Schrager has the highest voice, but I like Schrager actually. He's very, very good.
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy, and you know, comes in guns blazing.
That morning show, people love that. Kay Adams, everybody's crush is Kay Adams.
It's a good show for sure.
Nate, and speaking of a guest, you ready for this one? In one comes the next one.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh.
You made it here, man.
Yeah, happy to be here. I was just finishing up an episode of TV. And
what are you watching these days?
Twin Peaks with Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah.
I hear that's a good show, right?
I was just telling Spence about how I'm on season 5 of Lost, and I'm at the point where I have no idea what's happening. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, you hit a wall sometimes, and you know, especially.
I haven't really hit a wall. I just don't really get what's going on.
I hit a wall in Prison Break.
Oh, I hit the wall. I never got past it.
Oh, I love Prison Break. I went all the way over that wall and climbed right over it.
After the first 15 episodes, I was like scattering just to find out what would happen.
Just stay after Mexico, the Mexican prison.
Okay. Bobby Woodruff's in the house. Bobby, I'm sorry if I didn't address you in time. We've had Brendan, we've had Wes on the show. But Gabe, have you watched Ozark? That's a popular one.
I had not watched Ozark, Spencer. No.
I think it's okay. You've probably I'm going to give Lost a try. I am, especially after this.
Lost is a show that I've been dancing around for a long time. And, obviously I reached the point in life right now where I guess now's the time to watch it if I ever have the time. So.
Now's the time you got to get catched up on everything. I mean, even Wes, if you want to do Game of Thrones,
I'm not doing Game of Thrones.
The whole lifestyle right there.
What, the Game of Thrones lifestyle or this smoothie lifestyle that Wes?
Oh, the Game of Thrones.
No, I'm not making a smoothie. I'm actually heating up my dinner.
So GK, man, I mean, you've been hanging. I don't know how to ride a bike. I mean, when did you learn how to ride?
So, I think when I was like 10, maybe. No, I mean that's really late too. Like probably maybe 8 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you used to have the golf cart. I mean, gosh, that golf cart would be so boss right now.
Yeah, but biking, I was learning, and I got on the bike. I fell off a couple times, and my dad pushed me, and I was rolling.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do when you fall off the horse?
You just get back on, baby. Just like in life.
You got to have a low bike so you don't hurt your shoulder or tear something. And if you don't pedal it, you can't just sit there idly,
That's why, bike's meant to pedal, and the life's, you pedal in life. Right? You stop pedaling in life, you sink in the water.
You got to, I know, you got to have that break. And I mean, it's just good to exercise, man. I'm sure your Peloton is really big this time of year,
Yeah. It's an interesting lifestyle.
Me and GK, he was telling me today about a great scene, Wes, with Riggins. He was playing golf, remember that scene?
That's an iconic scene, playing with his dad.
I just wonder if my dad was like that kind of dad,
Fun fact, actually, so Riggins' dad is in Lost.
Oh my.
Yep, and he's also
he's
also Eddie Martell from The Replacements, but
he must be a real villain.
he is.
I'm excited to watch.
Yeah,
But Riggins' dad's a cool dude. Riggins' dad made him tough, even though he was a complete dick.
No, he wasn't around. I mean, Billy's who made him really tough.
Let's
I know. I mean, let's. I was listening.
I was thinking we could just talk quickly our favorite scenes from Friday Night Lights.
Or the JJ Redick podcast to steal what they did. They did 4 TV characters to chill with during quarantine.
Oh, I didn't see. Who'd they do that with? Was that with Russillo?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Friday Night Lights.
No, it was actually with Big Cat. And
who was on their list?
They chose like a lot of people from The Office. The funniest one is like somebody chose a Sopranos character like Paulie.
Okay.
But none of we would come up with a better list.
I mean, I'm down.
Well, I got Dwight Schrute for definitely.
Dwight in The Office.
You want
to hang out with Dwight? He'd be so resourceful,
So funny, right?
Interesting guy.
I definitely would want to hang out with Riggins. He'd definitely come prepared with some brews.
Yeah.
The chicks.
Maybe Fernando Sucre.
Brewskis rolling in,
and Riggins was on my list, but I might have to go. Herc would be a great.
Oh yeah, Herc would bring a lot of good energy.
Billy or Herc, I might just pick both of them. But then Gabe, you got to go on to. Have you watched Entourage, Gabe?
Partially.
Okay, well, drama would be fucking great.
I wouldn't mind hanging out with Detective Fox.
Oh my God. I don't think so. I could probably come up with better, but he's a cool cat. He's a cool guy. Detective Box, but I love Entourage. Entourage is the best. Like Turtle would be a great guy to hang with.
Yeah, he'd come with a lot of weed and
exactly.
I would be thinking who else would be a good
Kenny Powers.
I don't need, I feel like there'd be a lot to hang out with him for that long of a time. I don't know how much I could handle it.
But he'd be really excited. What, Gabe?
Maybe a Brucey from Prison Break.
I don't know if you could survive it.
Or Bellick.
You got a damn good list, Gabe. Oh man. So Gabe. 2K is going well, right? You guys doing another league? Did you win over Biss the first?
I won 2 leagues, but I actually lost to West in the first round of the 3rd league, and now I'm just kind of, I'm 2K'd out. I think like a lot of people at this time of year.
It's kind of tough to recover, and Gabe couldn't.
Yeah, I'm just moving on to bigger and better things for now.
You are. You gotta just chill, man. I mean, how's your classes? Are they tough or they're easier?
They're really. I'm almost wrapped up. I got an astronomy exam tomorrow, and it's till Friday. It's basically open book. 3-day exam. So I'm expecting. I should just look up every answer. So.
Did you have here? I'm going to ask you a football question now from one of our listeners, Gabe. I want to see you answer this question. It's not the easiest question. What do you think of CD Lamb at the NFL level?
CD Lamb.
Don't Google it.
CD Lamb.
He's not.
Here's the fact is, not as much. So I'm not going to really answer this question. I think that Jen needs an expert like you to provide him some analysis here. Depends, what do you think?
Be a guy or a girl? I think CD Lamb is a stud, honestly. And in fantasy, I would maybe take him like in the 3rd round. He's that good.
Yeah.
Lamb is a guy from Oklahoma. He could be the next DeAndre Hopkins. He's that type of receiver. So he's elite. The Niners need to get CD Lamb. But
one comment that's striking my attention, this guy Yankee, he said, how about trading Barkley to the Buccaneers for 14th pick Trading Golden Tate to the Raiders for 91st pick. Trading Ingram to Packers for 94th pick. Trading Tomlinson for Jaguars for 116th pick. I don't know. I'm just thinking about that. It just seems like a lot of movement there. I don't know.
Exactly. I agree. I mean, I don't think that it's never going to happen because I mean that
a lot.
That style of thinking is just. But
I think
the thing is, he could be a genius.
I don't see any way they would give up Saquon Barkley. He's the landmark of their franchise right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the Giants with Jones and Barkley, that's what they can be good, but I
can maybe be 8-8, 9-6. I feel like.
Oh, look at that salad. That looks good.
Some broccoli, my salad.
Peppers? Oh no.
Kid's staying healthy. I'm trying to stay healthy, Gabe. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
It's a long trail to stay healthy because you got to go like a week solid, like not eating,
Well, luckily you're not. Have you been eating fast food? Or?
Nah, heck no. I can't even get fast food.
Exactly. There you go. You got home cooked meals. Probably.
I miss Chick-fil-A. That's like the one I miss. Or
peanut oil nuggets, baby.
What about the chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A?
Oh, peanut. It's also peanut oil, but yeah, I personally like the nuggets more. But I like dipping the nuggets in the sauce.
What's your favorite sauce from Chick-fil-A, Spence?
The Chick-fil-A sauce.
I don't get any sauce. I just get the chicken sandwich.
Really? The Chick-fil-A sauce is good. Polynesian sauces.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I can't imagine the West Coast Chick-fil-A even the thing out there for senior analyst West.
Thing everywhere.
I didn't think it was out there.
Yeah, you got waffle fries, right?
Waffle fries are incredible.
The milkshake and the waffle fries. But West, out there, it's what is the one? Hold on, Gabe. Let's don't tell him the one. It's In-N-Out, I think.
In-N-Out, correct. In-N-Out it's a good burger for sure.
How good is In-N-Out?
It's good. It's cheap. Some people think it's a little overrated.
But you're from the East Coast. Is it better than Elevation Burger?
Honestly, nothing's better than the GOAT Elevation Burger.
Yep.
Elevation Burger. I think Five Guys is the best burger.
Right next to Maggie Moo's.
The fries from Elevation Burger really did me in.
Oh, yeah. And I like how it's no cheese whiz either on those fries.
Yeah, what do you think about Five Guys? That's my favorite burger chain.
There's always the fries at the bottom of the bag, and you're like, ooh.
Five Guys is, and by the way, I don't even know what's going on with Elevation Burger.
I believe it's closed around us.
I think it's closed, but Five Guys is too much peanut oil, so I've never went in.
They're so lush, they're so tender.
Gabe, I'm gonna hit you with some classic spots that closed down. All right. Sam's Grill.
Sam's Grill.
You remember that in Wynwood Shopping Center?
Yeah.
That was a good spot. Du jour used to be the spot.
Du jour was fantastic.
Du jour.
I'll give you a name, Spence. Plate.
Oh yeah. Simple. That was like
Du jour where White Dog was. Yep.
Du jour was legendary.
Plate had the tomato soup.
Personally, but
the tomato soup at Plate.
The mac
the best it was. The chicken fingers from Plate. I mean, nothing.
The mac and cheese from Plate really did me in.
If you're in Suburban Square, you cannot survive more than like 2 years.
Unless you're the Ardmore Farmers Market.
Exactly. Cold Stone Gabe used to be up there.
Yeah, Cold Stone. And now, there's a fudge place up there now.
Ooh, here's the rest of my dinner.
Owens. For the viewers.
Is that salmon or chicken?
Salmon.
I love the salmon. That's a great choice.
Thanks, Spence. I'm trying to. My favorite all-time dish in the main line is the salmon from Aldar. So I'm just trying to.
You don't go chicken and penne.
Real veterans get the chicken and penne.
No, chicken and penne is iconic.
Yeah.
Chicken and penne is
fantastic. The lamb kebab.
The soup.
Yeah, lentil soup's good. Yeah.
I miss just even having a nice beer at Aldar, man, right after our radio show. I miss that. I miss that a lot. Even the Boathouse. Remember, Gabe? We watched the March Madness there last
We
year.
watched NBA Finals at the Boathouse.
How about the chicken?
Yeah, we did. We did watch that. Yeah.
Aldar.
So Joey says Niners are going to get Ruggs instead of Jerry Judy. We got 5 people on here. Gabe, you want to let Lil Yankee King come on and state his case?
Yeah.
He's waited this long. Let's see.
Big
And
moment.
Joseph Gonzalez, the Niners are going to get Ruggs. I'm planning, Gabe, on actually turning this channel into mostly a 49ers channel because I get more Niners questions than everything, man. I'll be the Niner guy. And I think that you have Debo Samuel. Ruggs is fast too, but you got to get a corner or you got to get CD Lamb because Henry Ruggs is like Debo Samuel. I mean, there's not a lot of separation there.
Unfortunately, I got to hop off because I got to eat. So,
yeah, but this was fun, man. This was a fun time.
Been good. All right.
Well, let's get Foreman and Biss on. We'll even organize a show whenever you need it. Just hit me up. We'll do this.
Sounds good.
Gabe, you want to you want to stick around, mate, for a little bit? I might be going pretty soon. So this was so Wes is off the feed. I'll take him off. So Gabe, man, what a time, right?
Yeah, you know.
Joseph says you got great content. Well, yeah, I'm just hanging with my boys on this one. You know, we talked a little bit of coronavirus, its impact on sports and everything. You know, what have you had a beer?
Me? No.
Yeah,
just some pineapple juice. Drink it.
Beautiful.
You drink some energy. Yeah.
GK. We'll try to get like Luke on and.
So, what do you think about this void, no March Madness? It's rough, you know.
I love the tournament.
Michigan State shirt.
For these college kids, it's just brutal. You know what I mean?
So, to address Joseph Gonzalez here, what do you think about the Niners next year? Where are they going?
I think they're really great. And the thing is about the Niners is that and hold on. So the thing here, I just copied the stream there for Yankee King to join. The Niners made it to the Super Bowl, Gabe. Garoppolo played well to get them to the Super Bowl. Their defense was so good throughout the entire playoffs. And people are still complaining about Jimmy Garoppolo and this team. It's pretty unbelievable to me. I think the Niners should win the Super Bowl next year.
I disagree. I don't think the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl next year. I think they have a great defense. I think offensively, Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he got by because they have such an incredible defense. I think Garoppolo played fine. He did what he had to do. You know, he played pretty well, but
yeah,
you know, I think in the NFC, you know,
you don't see it sustaining.
I think he got the Bucks. I think he got the Saints. And I think there's other contenders there.
That's our boy, Lil Yankee King. Let's have him on. Let's talk some draft. We're 1 week out. How you doing, man? I love the hat.
Yep. Always repping. Always repping one of my New York teams.
You're always repping, man. I mean, you're pitching well in that video game, my friend.
Yep. I use pitches that I use in real life, except for the cutter and the running fastball. Those two, I still don't know how to pitch. I still don't know how to throw a cutter.
But you know how to throw a changeup?
Yeah. You just do that. Wait, hang on. I got to find a baseball.
I love it. We got a real baseball guy on here.
God, where the fuck are one of my baseballs? All right, where's my glove?
You got a bleep, Spence. You got the bleeper?
Yeah, I think that Wes dropped one earlier.
That's how.
So Yankee King, you down there in Florida? What state you live in? Just give the state. We're not going to get into crazy stuff.
Ohio.
Oh,
really? I used to go to college in Ohio.
This isn't really anything new to us, except for we're not allowed to leave the house.
Yeah, I went to college near Columbus for.
This is how you throw a changeup. Wait, that. And then if you want to throw a circle change, you literally just do that. You just throw your index finger or pinky finger. Yeah, pinky finger into a circle. And if you want to throw a regular changeup, boom, just have your finger like, hi, I'm hanging out here.
Mm-hmm.
Circle. This one, I've always thrown that.
The circle. It's like Pedro Martinez.
Hell yeah. I seen Pedro throw it. And I was just like, I want to throw that because it goes up and then it just boom.
So you're from Ohio. Do you like the Reds then, like Trevor Bauer?
Nah, my family's an Indians fan.
Okay. I'll tell you. How good is Garrett Cole?
Oh my God, that dude is disgusting. That dude is nasty.
This is the damn year for the Yankees to win the World Series.
Yeah, that dude is nasty. Except if we can actually actually not have people get injured.
Yeah, so Yankee King, come on here and I mean, gosh, the thing is with Saquon Barkley, I think the other trades are possible, like Evan Ingram, and I could see a world in which he was traded, but I don't see Saquon ever getting dealt.
I mean, okay, I get it. You had the Carolina Panthers over there. Oh, we extended 4 years, $64 million to Christian McCaffrey. Giants fans were like, that's the deal. You send to Saquon immediately. But I'm just like, why? When our O-line sucks, we don't have an offensive line. We need more draft picks because we don't have a number one receiver. Our biggest needs in the draft are not linebacker, not safety, not corner, because we have about $500 million in the train that we already have. We don't need a safety, don't need a linebacker. We need defensive end. We need center, guard, center tackle. Those are our biggest needs, and a number one wide receiver. But I'll deal with that later. The number one wide receiver later down the road.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, man, and I'm so anxious for the draft, Justin. You know, we just got to get there somehow.
Yep. And with the 14th pick, there's multiple things you can do.
What are you doing then at 14? Give us that.
You can go, oh, hey, I can take one of the second-round picks that I got, and I would also trade with the Chargers. I've said that multiple times. You already know the trade because it's an easy trade. You would take one of the seconds, the 14th, move up to go get another offensive tackle, or just sit there and have your number one wide receiver plop in your lap.
Mm-hmm. Like a Jerry Jeudy then.
Yeah, like a Jerry Jeudy, a CD Lamb. And then, hey, we don't have to pay a wide receiver. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Sterling can go back to his natural slot position. Slayton can go to 3. Lamb or Jeudy, 1. I'm like, all right. And then I can go get a running back later.
No, I appreciate it. I love it.
And you could even trade it for Yannick and Ngakoue. It's like, I want a pass rush. Hey, Jaguars, you want the 14th pick? All right, take it.
I mean, we'll see if he can fit into the locker room, but
I have a lot of stuff going in through my head about the Giants.
You have a lot of it must be frustrating because
you guys can be back in the Super Bowl.
Yes, that's what I want. I want long-term success because we're Giants fans. We're used to just going that, oh, hey, 1 year. This is the start of the dynasty. This is where we were on like the Patriots. Shit. Never mind.
Giants go up, down, up, down.
It's mainly like
pretty much, but I'll take the Super Bowl championship.
Plummeting down.
Got 2 great.
I'll take the championships, though. I mean, those were so special. And from 2000, we still had a great year after he won in 2007.
We did.
13
it's 2011 that we just went, wee.
I know. It was Jerry Reese. Those linemen were terrible.
Reese's effect. He was like, who is the worst offensive lineman that we can take? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, let's take this offensive. Let's take this offensive guard. Not play him at guard. Move him to left tackle.
Let's take Justin Pugh and Weston Richburg.
I mean, Richburg, and we've always had good guards and centers, but it's our tackles that have screwed us up. because
Pretty much.
there's so much going through the outside that Eli is getting killed. Jones got sacked over 50 times, and I see people, whether it's entertainers, bad dogs, Fist Vegas, Bleed Big Blue, any of those chats.
Yeah.
Let's take Isaiah Simmons. Let's take Simmons. What are you talking about? Simmons? How about this? Okay. This is what you do with the defense. Start with the defensive line that's pretty much obvious. You have one hole at the left end. You can play Kyler Fackrell there for a year and say, screw it.
Justin, we got to go pretty soon, actually.
Oh, you got to go?
Yeah, because I just got to talk to Gabe real quick, a couple more minutes. And then we just got to cut the stream. But I'll have a whole show. Maybe I should have a whole show with you one time so we could block out this time, you know?
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it, man.
Later,
I appreciate it. I appreciate I really do appreciate yeah, a lot of Giant stuff. I do appreciate it. But Gabe, I gotta talk to you, man, because it's been a while. Have you missed not being on Rover? Have you missed it?
We had a little Rover hiatus, but
yeah, I don't know if I can do it every night.
It's good to be a guest every once in a while, provide some insight on whatever the random.
Yeah. So you think that the states, without getting too political, you think the state should open back up? I mean, what do you think is going to happen here?
The
state. You think we're going to get back rolling pretty soon?
You mean when the country would open back up?
How would you kind of go about that?
I think it's like a lot of people have said, it's not going to be like a light switch. It's going to have to happen sort of like in the way of a flow. We're going to have to start bringing jobs back in the workforce, and because we can't just keep doing this forever. I mean, the economy is going to sink into the worst depression. It already is, but it's going to be unimaginable the amount of jobs that are going to be forever lost. So we need to start eventually. We're going to have to bite the bullet, and people are going to return to work, presumably when things are a little starting after this kind of second wave is what you're supposed to say, like this week.
Yeah, and in Montana,
everything there's going to have to be social distancing. Yeah.
In these states, Gabe, like Nebraska, I think you could start it back up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the statistics in Nebraska, but there clearly have to be, people have to work. The economy, I mean, business, small businesses and businesses need to open. And obviously the myth that a lot of people say is, businesses, capitalism, business, when businesses are closed, our economy fails. And that's why capitalism succeeds, because businesses provide people with jobs and opportunity to advance. And we don't have that going on because everyone's, working class people are out of work. So, yeah.
It is a crazy time, but Gabe, I want to thank you, man. It was a fun show tonight.
Yeah, let's get on, discuss some more whenever. Let me know.
Thanks for hopping on, man. It was a great time, and we'll be sure to do it again because we got nothing but time here. So
exactly.
All right, Gabe. Thanks a lot, man.
All right.
We'll see y'all.